Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to discuss about the managed space concepts. Okay, so the spaces in the databases. So already we discussed, right? So the table spaces concepts. So what is the space? Before we are discussing about the table spaces, now we can go like in depth about the spaces. So what is the space management in the Oracle databases? Okay, so before we learned already, right? So what is the table spaces? So what inside the table spaces? So how the table spaces are functioning, right? So this is how the table spaces. So in these sessions what we are going to cover, before that I just explaining these things first. So this is the table space. So inside the table spaces, as a logical level, inside the table spaces it is a segments. Okay, so in the segments, and inside the segments it's extent. Okay, so inside the extent is a data block. Okay, so what we consider here, like a collection of segments is a table space, is a collection of extent is a segments, the collection of data block is a extent. Okay, so this is the structure. Okay, this is a hierarchy of the table spaces. Okay, in logical level. So now in that sessions we are going to do cover completely about the data block. So you can see here, right? Let me write it. You can see here, this is the data block, right? So inside the data block, so what it's contain is each and every block, right? So each and every block, so what data it's contain, how their data is going to stored in the data block. Okay, so in entire sessions we are going to do learn about this only. Okay, so let's move the second slide once again. Okay, so, and this is the block level. Okay, so I hope you see the screen, right? The block structured in the Oracle. Okay, the block structured in the Oracle. So inside the block, so inside the block it's containing the header. And then let me erase these things, it will make some. Okay, okay, I will make right again. So inside the data block, it is a header and the table directory and the row directory, free space and row data. Okay, so these are all the inside the blocks. Okay, the single block I'm saying, in the single block, the all the data it should be containing in the Oracle. Okay, so what it is, this is the block header, is it is a metadata, like the SCN and any transactions happen in the databases. So, and is the block type. So these informations are stored in our block header. Okay, and second level, I mean a second point is a table directory. So this block is which table is going to point. Okay, so if example once right, so the multiple blocks or is pointing to the different table, different rows, right? So those information is stored in the plug as well. Okay, and then row directory as well, same. So what is the difference table and row? It will be storing the information about the which table is going to point, and this information is row, means is which row is going to point. Okay, so this information is in the block level. And then this is a free spaces. So free spaces means the free spaces means like we call it as a pcd underscore free and pcd underscore used. Okay, so these chapter I just explaining in the last slide. Okay, so with the clarity informations. Okay, so these all the inside the blocks containing the data, and this is the last one, row data. So this is our actual data. Okay, okay, so we can go to the next slide. So what is a row migrations? So what is actually these sessions we are going to cover row migrations, row chaining, and then high watermark. Okay, high level watermark, and then what is ASSM and MSSM, and then I will show you the slide, you can understand. So first row migrations and row chaining, and then high watermark, and what is a PCD underscore free, PCD underscore used, and what is ASSM and MSSM. Okay, what is automatic segment space management? What is MSSM means? What is manual segment space management? Okay, so these all the things we are going to do learn this slide. Okay, so now row migrations. Okay, so the row migration is what is the definitions of these things occur when the row is updated and the new row size no longer fit in the block it is originally residing. Oracle move the block to a new block and leaves a pointer, a row ID. We call this row ID in the original block. This is add extra IO when accessing. So what they are telling, I will explain here. See, this is the one block, right? This is the one block. Okay. So here already is data is there. Already data is there. Okay. So if the someone is update the state, update the block, I mean update the table. Okay. That table is pointing to the this block. You just consider. Okay. This is 8 KB. Already this is 8 KB. So if it is going to that 16 KB means it is going to move the data from here also, right? So it will going to point this the 16 block. Okay, the same table but it is going to that because that value is bigger than, okay, the value is bigger than the block, so the actual data is going to the nearby block as well. So the why they are telling this is add an extra IO when accessing the row, because if when user is retrieving data is related to that table, this is the block, so the optimizer should be going to read this block and this block. Okay, so when row migration happen, when users or update the statements, okay, I mean update the table. Okay, so and this is the cases the row was initially small, okay, but later the column here updated it is a large value, so that's why it happened. Okay, so in efficient pcd underscore free, so pcd underscore free means, see this pcd underscore free set 10 and pcd underscore user, so that means we inform to the oracle. Okay, so this is one block. Okay, this is one block. So when users or update any data, you should not allow more than 900, sorry, 90 percentage. Okay, you have to keep it that 10 is a free space. Okay, the future updates for this, so it will be occupy the 90 percentage used and 10 percentage is free. Okay, so this is the because it will be making the performance degradation due to the extra block reads. Okay, so this is the row migrations. Okay, so let me go with row chaining. So this is the row chaining. So when row chainings occur before row migrating is update, this is row chaining is when user is going to insert the data. So see, read this. The row chaining is occur when a single row is too large. Okay, the single row is too large to fit into the single block. Eventually, the data is split in the across multiple blocks. Okay, so for example this row we consider the same scenario here also. So when the single row is too large, okay, this too large into the small single I mean the single block, even initially the data is split to the across multiple blocks. Okay, the common with the table having the CLOPs and BLOPs, crop tables. Okay, like a photos, images we call this, right? So those kind of things, these things, and or else we can where character is 4000 means it's too long, right? So it will not occupy the single block. So when they are going to insert that means it will be represent the nearby block as well. Okay, it will be represent the nearby block. So this is called the row chaining. Okay, so when it is happen, when the user is going to insert the data. Okay, so that time it will happen, you know, right? What is a pcd underscore use and pcd underscore free. Okay, so 10% is a free. Actually, the problem is it will be impacting the performance, especially when it's going to full table scan. So it will be read the all the blocks, right? So that's why they are mentioning this is degrade the performance. Okay. Okay. So next we can move the next slide. What is high water mark? Okay. So actually high water mark is the highest block that has ever been formatted for the table, whether the data is exit in it or not. Okay, a full tables can read up the high water mark even if the data like blocks are empty. Okay, so when it is will usage, how we can avoid these things? After large deletes, high watermark does not sync automatically. Use sync space and or move the table. So what they are trying to say, you can see the diagram here. So this is the block, right? This is a block 1, block 2, block 3, block 4, block 5, block 6. You just consider like this. Okay. So now this is the entire diagram, right? This is the entire block. We consider like this. So here they are mentioning, right? Here they are mentioning the red, right? They are providing the int mark, means we are deleting the data. Okay, so we are deleting this block, we are deleting this block, and we are deleting this one. Okay, so now the user, here you just consider here the users. Okay, so now users, okay, now users need this data. Okay, see here, I'm point out here this data. Now user is need this data. So what the optimizer is do, here is already some block is deleted, right? It's already is deleted, so it will going to read automatically. It will avoid this block, right? This is better. So optimizer is what it happen, it will be going to read this deleted data also. Okay, then only is going to retrieve the data from the fifth block and given to the user. So this flow, right? So this flow will be making actually I'm showing this example. Okay, in real time it will make the surely for that it will degrade our performance. Okay, so user is getting the data, even if example the optimizer going to read the data with even the data nothing is block is there, it will going to read the empty block as well. Okay, that's why they are mentioning here. Okay, so this is called high watermark. So what we can do, we have to do the shrink the spaces. Okay, so how to shrink the spaces I will tell you in practical sessions. Okay, so if it is a shrink the spaces means optimizer should understand, so these all the data is already deleted, so it will be not reading this block, it will get directly going to pick the data, and it will give the optimizer to the users. Okay, so that's why they are recommending to us you can do the shrink the spaces. Okay, or else move the data. So these things how we can do the practical, I will show you that. Okay. 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 So now I told you, right, what is a PCD underscore free, PCD underscore used. So PCD underscore free. Okay. I just recall it. You can imagine this picture. Okay. Imagine this picture. PCD underscore free 10%, PCD underscore 90%. You just imagine this picture. PCD underscore free, set the percentage of the block to be keep the free for the future updates. Okay, it will help to avoid the row migrations. Okay, if example we said the default is a 10, we can give whatever, if maybe 20%, 30%, 50%. So whatever, based on that Oracle will be occupy the data from there. Okay, the block. What is a PCD underscore used? The used with the free listed based segments managements. Okay, that tell the Oracle to the reuse the block when it is a used space goes below the threshold. Okay, it is not applicable. Actually, right now we are all are using ASSM. So I will tell you what ASSM. Okay, see here, what is ASSM and MSSM. So ASSM is the automatic segment space management, and MSSM is manual segment space management. Okay, so the ASSM when it's introduced, when we are using a 9i, so they are introducing these thing concepts. Okay, so it is very useful, right? Otherwise we have to set the PCD underscore free, PCD underscore used. So those kind of things we have to set in the manual. See here, so we have to set PCD underscore free, PCD underscore used. So we have to set based on that. So when they are using users getting the problem, then only we have to know. So that we have to increase the PCD free and PCD used. And the problem is it will not support the sync spaces. Okay, because I'm telling, right. If we can remove, I mean if we can delete the data also, we can sync the spaces. So the optimizer is going to do data. So that's why this is the bad impact about the business. Okay, so this ASSM we are right now using. The beauty of this, it will take care of the PCD underscore use. It will easier for us, right? So it will know the how many data we have to keep it used and everything. It will sync the spaces as well. Okay, to reduce the high watermark. Okay, and when it is introduced, when the Oracle 9 is default, it will be coming to us. Okay, so I will show you in the practically how to check the table space is ASSM or MSSM. Okay, these things. So this is the summary. ASSM is a auto, so it will take care of everything automatically. MSSM means we have to do that everything. Okay. Okay. I think next, yeah. So that's it. So we can go to the practical sessions. Okay. So let's see how it's going that. Okay. Okay. Thank you guys. Let's be online. Okay. I let open the putty and I will come back to again. Okay. Yes, guys, we are going to learn about the practical sessions. Okay, so hope you can see my screen, right? So now we are going to learn about the row migrations. Okay, so how it's work in the real time, I will show you the row migrations. Okay, now we are going to create one table. Okay, with PCD is equal to 0, right? So I am going to mention like this. So I am going to migrate. I will create the table. So you see here PCD underscore free means, so I did not give the space. I did not give the next update of the space is equal to 10%, 20%. Now I'm going to mention 0. Okay. So now I'm creating the table. Okay. And I'm going to insert the data. Okay. Commit. Okay. I commit the data. Now I'm going to update. Okay. See, I'm getting error because right now. Now I'm going to update the statements. Okay, from which I created before PCD is equal to 0, right? It should be getting error. So this is means the PCD should not allowed, PCD free should not allowed. So that's why we are getting this error. Okay, so how now we are okay. So now we are going to learn about the row chain. Okay, so how is the row chain happen in the real time? So now we are going to create one table, same again. Okay, so this is the table. Create table, the table name, the employee ID. I just mentioning the varchar to the 4000s to the 3 column. Okay, so table is created. Now I am going to update. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm going to insert the data. Okay, I'm going to insert the data. Okay, now I'm provide the commit completed. So now see here. So I am going to migrate. I'm going to change the compute the table. Okay, analyze. Yeah, yes. Before I need to run this command. Okay, before I need to create the row chain. Okay, this is the default script. Okay, in your database. So now I'm going to run this command. The table is analyzed now. So you can check this output. Select star from chain. Yes, you can see these guys. You can see this. So actually our block is 8 kb, right? So our block is 8 kb, but we are getting the 12,000 kb means, so the all the data is going to transfer the nearby block. Okay, so this is called the row chaining. Okay, so now we are going to learn about the high watermark. Okay, so in high watermark demo we are going to create one table. Okay, so we are going to create one table, and then we are going to insert some data. We can use the that PLSQL script. Okay, so it was done. So now we are going to check the block, this segment size. Okay, so now it's a block is 32. Okay, so now we are going to run these. We can delete and we can check it after. Okay, now we are going to delete. So let's see the Oracle is find or not. Okay, these things. So now we can deleted the 1000 rows. Commit. Okay, so now see here we are create the table, we can insert the data, and we can delete the table and the commit. Okay, so now what we are going to do, we just confirm the users. Okay, confirm to confirm the our Oracle optimizer, it's going to running or not. Okay, let's set the auto trace on. Sorry. Auto trace on without space. Okay. Now I can see the select store from. What is the table name? Okay. So you can see here, this is the row count, right? Where is the row count? Yes. So for these alert where we can found easily, see here. So this is the consistent gets, right? Consistent gets we can gather from here. 67 consistent gets. That means so it will going to read the, it will going to read our 67 blocks. It will going to read our 67 blocks. Even we deleted the blocks. I mean, even we deleted the table also, it will going to the read these things. Okay. Actually, we have to run like a DBMS package. Okay. So it will not work out here, but still we can see from here. This is 67 consistent get means it will going to read the 67 blocks. Okay. So, and it will be giving the this execution plan. Okay. So how we can avoid it? So now we are going to do if that deleted also. Okay. So now what I am going to do? So I just move the table. Actually, I just move this table to the this table spaces. Okay. This table space under the ASSM. Okay. So now I move the this table spaces. You can see here it will going to read the consistent is very low, right? Compare with before it's going to 34. Now it's going to the 11. Okay. So this is the like a high watermark. Okay. So now we can now we can go to learn the PCD underscore sorry, PCD underscore free. Okay. Let me clear this. Okay. Now we are going to learn about the PCD underscore free and PCD underscore used. Okay. So now we are going to learn first we are going to underscore PCD underscore free. Okay. So we are going to create on a table. Okay, we created the one table. We can insert some data. See here, I am mentioning PCD underscore free means 50% is a free, 50% is a used. Okay, so now I'm going to do enter some data. Let's see. Okay, yeah, actually I need to off the auto trace. Okay, commit. Okay, now you can see the update here. Now I'm going to update. Okay, it's a more than 50%. I'm going to update. What happened? One row is updated. Commit. Commit is completed. Okay. If updated is does not fit in the original block. Okay. BCD is moving to the new block. If you want, you can see here. I'm going to analyze the table. Now I'm going to check the PCD demo is. See here is a 0. The PCD underscore demo is a count is the 0. Okay. So if it is a 0 means it will be migrated. Okay. So that's it. Actually, we can use this one. I mean, we can use this ASSM, right? So what is the different? This is the command you can see here. So I can try from here. So this is the command we are going to found the table space is ASSM or not. Okay. So this is the things where we are going to do discuss in the practical sessions. Okay. So we will see tomorrow. We can check the undo table space and all. Okay. So these all the basic things about the data block level. Okay. Okay. Thank you guys. Bye.